y'all, I'm Mimi, aka the Piscean Seer, and this is one of your daily collective messages, okay? Like and subscribe if you get anything out of this. Thank you to those of you who do like, subscribe, and comment. It is greatly loved and appreciated. God, archangels, ancestors, ascended masters, all beings of light only. You are welcome into this reading. Please give the Piscean Seer collective the best and most accurate information for them at this time. Okay. Yeesh. This is a big old deck. Hey y'all, how you doing? I'm gonna pull from this cat deck, okay, from the Cosmic Cat cards, and from this, what is this? The Wild Mystic cards, okay? But first, Spirit, what do you want them to know out of this crystal book? Okay, so we got Malachite. Malachite's keywords are enlightened leadership, creativity, confidence, protection, a healed heart. Okay, the element is fire. You could be a fire sign, okay, but you don't have to be. Let me see. It says it's one of the most important stones for protection from negative energies. Okay, so you could be needing to like protect yourself from negative energies. I mean, not to say like I just really couldn't think of like a different thing to say. Okay, but it says it permeates the auric field with positive vibrations and strengthens the natural energetic shell, which can screen out hostile forces. Okay, and that's kind of what was on my mind. But it's just hard to explain. That's a good way to explain it. Okay, we have like this natural energetic shell. It's like invisible. Okay, but you have to be like really taking care of your body, you know what I mean, and really loving yourself in order for that bubble to work. That is like the protection that everyone's always talking about. Okay, it is a natural force field that you have, and the more spiritually connected you are, the stronger that bubble is. And it does matter what you eat and stuff, but actually Spirit keeps telling me, it really doesn't matter what you eat. It really doesn't matter what you eat. Okay, it does not matter what you eat. Okay, but certain vegetables and foods, you know what I mean, they do bring certain minerals and things to your body that you need. Okay, so I mean, it matters when it comes to taking care of your physical vessel. But as far as spirituality, the food really doesn't affect you like that. You know what I'm saying? If that makes any sense. He said, blowing smoke in the sky, still ignoring advice, on the roof getting high, sipping on my Soko, living up till I'm dead. I don't know. You might need to ignore the advice of others. I mean, honestly, okay. Sometimes Spirit says that, you might need to ignore the advice of others. You could be having someone trying to, like, you could spend a lot of time near someone that their energy field is like kind of yucky. So just make sure you cleanse your energy regularly, okay? And let me see, what else does it say? It says it activates the psychic radar via which one feels the presence of danger. Okay, so it's like also your alarm systems are, in tip top shape. Okay, they working. So, there's really nothing to worry about. Okay, you're going to feel it coming. Okay, it says it offers a cloak of invisibility which can keep one from being noticed by those who might pose a threat to one's emotional or physical well-being. It even keeps one safe and protected. Okay, so let me see. It says, I align my personal will with my understanding of divine will, and I move forward with clarity and confidence. Okay, so get really into like understanding the divine will, okay, because it's really a lot deeper than people give it credit for. I feel like that's kind of the only difference between like religion and spirituality. In spirituality, it's like all sides of whatever topic it is that we're talking about. Something can be taken from all of those things, you know what I mean, and that would make up like the perfect thing to do. You know what I mean? If you get stuck in one way of thinking or being, then you get stuck having to, move a certain way, and you could miss out on certain opportunities around you. Okay, so understand the way that your divine will works, you know what I mean, so that spirit can really give you the clarity. You have to learn more and more and more. Knowledge truly is power. Okay, the more that you know about this, spiritual or whatever kind of journey, whatever you call your journey, on this road, you know what I mean, that you're traveling down, you need a true understanding and a lot of information, okay, to really understand you, you know what I mean? And, to really know who you are. Like, that's why, spirit will have you doing like all kinds of research and all kinds of stuff, okay? Because they want you to learn new, the more you know, kind of thing, okay? um, make, make sure you're using your discernment, okay? This says truth, let it show, okay? Here it comes. No, that's not it. Okay, so it says, if you have pounced on this card, it may mean you have something to say that needs to be said. It could be in any one of many forms: sharing a sentiment, making a request, delivering a presentation. You may have been crouched down, holding back, or sitting on something that needs outward expression for you to feel and flow again. Take the time to tell others who you are, how you feel, what you need, regardless of reaction or response. Know that you owe that to yourself, and no one else can tell your personal truth, okay? Perhaps you are or want to be in creative mode and need to show the world something new that's come through you as a voice, character, work of art, musical piece, or movement. Okay, your time is now, so don't let your inner judge hiss that it's just too clawful to expose. Okay, and I was thinking about that yesterday in the kitchen too, which is weird. I was thinking, um, I don't know. I was thinking about something I was saying in a video. I was saying, if you write a book, if you want to write a book, you know what I mean? Like, and I said to myself, and don't write it and then read it and think it's awful and never share it with anyone. Okay. So that could be for you, but it doesn't have to be a book. It could be anything. Don't make something and then just decide that you don't like it, without getting outside opinions, but sometimes, that thing that you just don't like, spirit's saying, just put it out there, even if you don't have someone else listen to it. It's like, it might not be your favorite, whatever it is that you created, but that doesn't mean that other people aren't going to receive it well, but you'll never know, unless you take that leap. I think they're just saying, be proud of everything that you create, because everything that you create was created with this fabulous, amazing energy that you carry. Okay. So it says, it's performing in front of if performing in front of others seems formidable, begin by doing it in private first until it feels natural to show and tell something that either recently leapt from your imagination or may have taken years of careful grooming. Okay, whatever this unique expression of you turns out to be, however it is shared, know that you do the world of service when you are for real. Okay, most are impressed by authenticity and originality more than anything else. So you give others permission to be who they are and express that. Step through the fear, take the risk, and express yourself. Okay, so you hide in that good ass project, or that good information. Okay, I don't know. You can like to take naps, okay? Or maybe you need to take a nap. Maybe you have really clear dreams. I hope you write your dreams down, okay? Because your dreams definitely have meaning, okay? Spirit's saying you could be spending too much time, reflecting over old things, you know what I mean? When like instigators and people who, wanted to start things with you, kind of placed you in this box and told you, that nothing that you do is good and nothing that you do is ever going to go, fuck that shit, okay? Get out of your box, okay, and throw away everything that people ever said out of your head, because that shit did not matter, and they was probably some haters anyway, and that's why they was even talking like that. And expect the best, okay? That's what you need to do, okay? Look, hang it up, okay? Retreat, stop the spin, of the old things that people said about you, because if you're anything like me, you're not the same person that you used to be. Okay, you have grown and you have evolved. Okay, and spirit's just saying, allow that truth of you, and who you are now to shine outwardly. Okay, with persistence. Okay, stay the course. Jeez. And have confidence, okay? She's saying, I'm sorry, I'm not the most pretty. I'll never sing like Whitney. Ooh, ooh, ooh. But I still want to dance with somebody, okay? So have confidence, okay, in whatever it is that you do. Like I said, you never know who's going to be feeling it, you know what I mean? But Spirit's like, be your own witness, you know what I mean? Be the first person to feel every single project that you put out, you know what I mean? Like, I be proud of all my videos, you know what I mean? Even if, it was like a little harsh, you know what I mean? Or, I feel like I could have did this better, or I could have did that better. It doesn't matter, you know what I mean? I did my best, and I hope I helped, but I would never know if I was helping anyone, or I couldn't help anyone if I didn't put my videos out there, for the world to see. We got Disguise again, which came out in the last video that I did, okay, and Defend, okay. Is this Gemini? No, I don't know. It kind of looks like Cancer, and this one is Scorpio, of course, with the scorpion. So Disguise and Defend. Let me see. So you could be like really, really defensive right now. That's the Chameleon and the Scorpio. I mean, the Scorpion. You could definitely be a Scorpio, okay? But it's collective, so you don't have to be. Um. So, the Chameleon card, it says disguise or facade, okay? The idea of blending into one social landscape to fit in, but also in order to acclimate to new surroundings, okay? It says the natural camouflage of the chameleon might be interpreted as deceptive or duplicitous in one reading, but it may also signify the need to protect oneself by blending in and becoming invisible. Okay. And that's kind of what Spirit was just talking about, with the crystal book. Okay. And that's the force field that makes you invisible, you know what I mean, to everyone. So that's funny. Okay. It says this card could symbolize a wallflower who feels invaluable, or a social butterfly who can adapt and thrive in any situation. While we largely associate the chameleon's color changing ability with camouflage, it is also used to signal their intentions, health, temperature, and feelings. Okay, the chameleon card may represent wearing your heart on your sleeve and allowing your deeper feelings to show. This card may also represent those born under the Western zodiac sign of Gemini. It's Gemini, like I said. Okay, you can be an Earth sign. Okay, too. So, the Scorpion says this card represents defense and resistance. Okay, in ancient Egypt, the Scorpion was seen as a guardian and protector of the souls of the dead as they made their way from this life. In ancient Greece, Scorpios was a giant scorpion who defended the animals of the world from destruction at the hands of the giant Orion. Okay, despite their intimidating appearance and weapon like stinger, the scorpion rarely attacks unless they are first threatened. Most scorpions, in fact, posture, produce sound, and even squirt warning shots of venom in order to ward off predators before taking the extreme step of stinging them. This card is one of fierce protection and guardianship, but also the ability to fight back if necessary. Okay, so also I feel like don't let nobody punk you. When it does come to your truth, you know what I mean, like nobody can argue with you what is your actual truth, you know what I mean, and what kind of person you are. Like you at better at the end of the day. And I don't mean like shutting down friendly constructive criticism, you know what I mean. That's totally different from what I'm talking about. I'm talking about someone like look, it says hunt, okay, someone like, really hunting and, looking for any opportunity that they can, you know what I mean, to come in and try to take your power, you know what I mean, to try to, convince you that you don't deserve a new beginning, you know what I mean, even though you're the one who is the busy bee and the royalty, okay? You do all the work, you know what I mean, from your nice, calm, beautiful, balanced, sacred center, okay? You've done all of this healing and you deserve joy, okay? But in order to, like level up, you do have to, get lost in the mystery of it all just a little bit, you know what I mean? Get curious, find out as much things as, you want, learn as much as you can, okay? Look for inspiration in new places, okay? And just have trust in spirit and the universe, you know what I mean? And then your own energy, you are a very strong and kind person, okay, if you're looking at this, and you don't have to deal with nobody's shit, okay? Let me just tell you, you ain't gotta deal with that shit, okay? You could get the net going if it's a problem, but also, like it said, the Scorpio, I keep saying that, okay, the scorpion, does all of these different, like a fighting stance, you know what I mean, and they shoot poison and all kinds of shit before they actually sting somebody, you know what I'm saying? So you could be like that, you could also be someone who tries to hold themselves back, from giving that power punch, you know what I mean, even if you're just giving it with your words, you try not to sting, but you will sting if provoked, okay? So it says the scorpion card may be reminding you that sometimes words and postulations are not enough to be heard. This is a card of dynamic defense, of taking action and standing up in the face of adversity, while the protect card may urge you to shield. The defend card reminds you that you may also need to draw your sword, okay? This card may also represent those born under the Western zodiac sign of Scorpio, okay? Or you could be a fire sign. And also, it's said to draw your sword. You might have to draw your sword, okay? And that makes me think like sword of truth, you know what I mean? Sometimes, the worst way that you can, sting a bitch is to just be yourself. He said, I don't practice Santeria. I ain't got no crystal ball. Well, I had $1 million, but I spent it all. If I could find that Hyena and that Sancho that she's found, well, I'd pop a cap in Sancho and I'd slap her down. And I really want to know, my baby, okay? The call of laughter, okay? Fairies of mischief and play, it's almost like spirit saying, like if loving yourself is wrong, like you don't want to be right type of energy, you know what I mean? Just like if that's gonna piss everybody off, you know what I mean? That you're shining and living your truth and trying to accomplish something better than or bigger than you've ever tried to accomplish, okay, then be bad as fuck and make that shit happen, you know what I mean? And God got your back, 100%, because each and every single one of us are God in action. You know what I mean? We are, our breath and every single thing that we do. We could not do it without God, okay? Without that silver cord that He blessed each and every single one of us with, it just wouldn't happen. You know what I mean? So you are God in action. So that's why, your art is pushed. You know what I mean? That's what I'm always telling people, you know what I mean? Do what is your art, like let your art shine. That's the thing that's going to get you somewhere, because that's the thing that God instilled in you, you know what I mean, to create the empire that He promised you. Like, I'm not going to just hand it to you. You're going to show me that you're willing to work for it, okay? But yeah, they're saying, just play, don't be so serious, It says a call between worlds, it's like you've already heard your call and you've answered it, but it's like you're afraid to let that truth show, you know what I mean? And you're even defensive, if people do see your work, you know what I mean? Look, if your family or whoever, they see your work, you know what I mean? It's like you probably don't even feel like, they are the right relations for you, and they might not be if they don't support what you do, because true family is going to support you in what you do. They're going to say how they feel, you know what I mean? They're going to give you your warnings on if they think this is going to work or not, and some of them don't have to say no words, if they think it's going to work or not, but Spirit's saying that doesn't matter, you know what I mean? All that matters is your truth, you know what I mean? And what you made, and that you're proud of it. That's why it's so important that you're the only one that needs to be proud of it, you know what I mean? And you just need to have that trust in God that he's leading you in the right way in the things that you're supposed to be doing. And it's like, fuck what everybody else is talking about, okay? The song, look, you tell me that I'm complicated, and that might be an understatement. Anything else? Like, you tell me that I'm indecisive, fickle, but I try to hide it. Anything else? Okay, like, is there anything else? Like, so you tell me that I overthink till I ruin a good thing. Anything else? It's like you should be so confident in yourself, you know what I mean, in your life, and it doesn't matter what anyone says, you know what I mean. They could say something and you could be like anything else because you already know who you are and you know what you stand for, you know what I'm saying? This says truth telling and prophecy, okay? Like you is prophesized to tell your truth, okay? To live your truth out loud, and you can tell your truth without saying a fucking thing. Really? You can tell your truth without ever saying a word, okay? And there's always going to be, some sort of trickster, shapeshifter coming around trying to stop you from, constantly renewing yourself and, using your magic wand to make these alchemical changes in your life. They want to shapeshift in all kinds of tricky ways to keep you from shapeshifting into your higher self, you know what I mean? And receiving all of these good ideas and inspiration, okay? It's like, but you made all of the fucking sacrifices. This says sacrifice. You made all the sacrifices to be open to these unlimited possibilities, and you deserve them and you should expect them. You really, really know me, the future and the old me, all the mazes and the madness in my mind. You really, really love me. You know me and you love me. And that's the kind of thing I always hoped I'd find. You have to find that thing within yourself. You know what I mean? You have to find your own inner authority. Of course, you get the help of the ancient ones though, while you're doing it, So, they're saying, don't be afraid to take root in the other world. You know what I mean? And when it comes to conflict, be fearless in that shit because you know that you're in union with spirit. Okay, come on now. You know that you're in union with spirit. You know what I mean? That you're a warrior in your own right, but at the same time, you ain't even got to fight these battles to be the champion of this shit, son. Because it's promised that you always gonna win, so you always winning, okay? Competing or having issues with somebody don't help you win. That don't help nobody. That's how you lose, okay? So stand in your power and be proud of yourself. And if it comes to conflict, it comes to a problem, stand up for your fucking self. Say what you gotta say, and then don't say nothing else, okay? Okay, you warn them once, you warn them twice, and then you just don't say shit. Cause they'll see, Seems so easy. Oh, don't do me. I was trying to act like it was gonna fall over. Okay. Oh, highway to the night. But that ain't the words though. All right. Gratitude again, okay? Make sure you're showing a lot of gratitude to spirit right now. You know what I mean? They're moving in amazing ways for you, and they really love when you show them that, you appreciate it, okay? Just find your sacred flow, you know what I mean? Whether, like find your sacred flow in all areas of life, you know what I mean? If you need to get into flow of saying no, if you need to get into the flow of, being there for yourself more or telling yourself to sit down or, whatever it is, whatever it is that is your truth that you feel inside is that you need to be doing right now, okay? That's what you need to be doing. Because that's how you stay in balance, okay? That's how you stay in balance. By yes, having your happy time, in the moment always. He said, and if God's good word goes unspoken, the music goes all night, okay? It says manifesting and doing. It says, ambush fear with your ferocious dreams. Fill your cup with sacred giggles, okay? Fall in love with your own story and celebrate your wins, okay? I like going back to what I said, if God's good work goes unspoken, then the music goes all night. I've been in places millions of times, you know what I mean, where people like, why are you talking about God and all of that here? Like, this ain't the place to be. Nigga, what? Everywhere and anywhere and anytime is the place for me to talk about God if that's what I want to talk about. You know what I'm saying? Like, and why? Because now I got all of these questions and I got all of these. I'm so interested in you now because why are you so, upset about talking about God? Even people that don't believe in God are happy to sit there and have a debate about why they don't believe in God, and I'm open to hear all of it. You know what I'm saying? I want to hear all of it. And I'm not going to try to, turn you afterwards, you know what I mean, to what it is that I believe. Everyone's entitled to their own beliefs, so I guess the point of me saying that is don't let anyone, you know what I mean, talk you out of whatever it is that you believe. You don't have to believe what they believe just to appreciate, what they believe, if that makes any sense. Okay. But Spirit's just saying, ambush your ferocious dream, like I said, with confidence, go out and have fun and don't let things be too heavy. You could be the kind of person who tries to press whatever you believe, on other people, and like try to turn them, but Spirit told me like this, you always red pilling people, you know what I mean? But that's what I meant to do. I meant to like red pill you, you know what I mean, to really wake your ass up out of this whole shit. You know what I mean? I'm not the pill that put your ass to sleep. No, absolutely not. Okay, so it's like people that know me know that though. I really just follow what my soul says. And Spirit saying, you should do that too. Okay, and fall in love with your own story and the version of you that you create from this spiritual journey, and celebrate your wins when you have them, when you learn a new thing, when you cross a new threshold or, hit a new level, you know what I mean? Celebrate yourself because that's what you deserve. And who else is going to come around and just volunteer to celebrate you? Nobody, because people are fucking haters. It doesn't mean, I mean, some people might, you know what I mean? But it shouldn't matter because you should be celebrating, whether people are there or not. Look at the star because you're the star in this whole thing. So what's the outcome from the star if they start for the star if they start speaking their truth here? Okay. So we got the Eight of Pentacles, okay? Work, paid work, okay? So, if you put this hard work into whatever it is that makes you the star that you are, okay? Which is just your own truth, your own version of you, who you are, okay? Um you're going to be looking over some kingdom, you know what I'm saying, with the Three of Wands. You could even start getting out traveling more. It's like with this Four of Cups, you seem to be working really hard, you know what I mean, to take care of yourself, to sustain yourself, you know what I mean. And it's like even when you do get the good offers, you look at them as something that you may not want just because you can't see all the way in the cup to the bottom of the cup, and you don't get to know all the ingredients and how it came about, so you don't want it. But that's a big part of working with Spirit. You're not always going to see what's in the cup right away, you know what I mean. Like people be tripping while they just handing them the cup. You feel me? You can't even see what color the drink is yet, and you already complaining. Just give a Spirit some time, okay? And trust that what comes from them. And Spirits look at with the Seven of Wands. Make sure you're really standing your ground. They're saying that again too. You're able to overcome any frustrations that you might run into, but whether you feel like it or not, you're always on top of the situation because you are the architect of your life. You know what I mean? You are the creator, and you co-create with God, okay? So, that's why things seem to go wrong, but really things don't really go wrong, okay? They don't really go wrong. Sometimes you're just waiting on Spirit to do their part, you know what I'm saying? So, avoid being imbalanced about anything, you know what I mean? It's like Spirit had you they're saying, look, it says money problems, turning your back and walking away, knowing nothing more can be done. You know what I mean? They're like, sometimes, that money, that situation, that job you're trying to hold on to is the very thing that's blocking your finances. You know what I mean? Don't be afraid to let things go and to, work with your natural gifts and talents that God gave you, okay? So you can really get this money, because you are the money, and wherever you go, whatever you do, as long as you're doing something, you know what I mean? And you're creating something and you're putting that thing out with confidence, it's always going to pay you, okay? Because that's the way that, this, I want to say, anointing thing works. You know what I mean? Once you are anointed, once you are touched from God, there is nothing that you don't deserve or can't acquire for yourself. Okay. So with that, I'm done. Okay. I hope you guys have a happy, fabulous, wonderful, and amazing day. And I just seen the Eight of Wands and the Lovers. Okay. So you could be attracting love too. Okay. Or you could be really in love right now. I don't know. Anyways, happy, fabulous, wonderful, and amazing day. Okay. And I will see you later. Bye.